Good morning. Let's make a smoothie. I just dropped Brooks off at Mother's Day out, so I have like lots of hours to work and not that many calls today, so I thought I'd make a smoothie. Okay, so I've got some powders. I'll tell you about each one of them, and then I've got some fresh stuff. Pro tip, put your powders and like your leafy greens on the bottom and it mixes in a lot easier. This is just some kale that I got from Kroger. And I took the big stems out. You don't have to do that, but I'm just gonna put a big handful in. And then my frozen bananas that I normally keep in there for like the sweetness, my freezer didn't close all the way the other day and the bananas were like mush. So I just cut up a fresh pear and I'm gonna put that in there for my sweetness. I left the peel on. The Vitamix will like blend it and it'll be good fiber. And then I have some frozen things. So I will steam and then flash freeze, so lay it flat on like a cookie sheet. Cauliflower. I have some roasted beets that I flash froze, and then I also have some zucchini raw that I peeled and then sliced. So I'm gonna throw in a couple of things of cauliflower, a little bit of the beets. You don't really need a ton of beets, but they're really good for helping with detoxification and they make it a really bright color. And then I'll throw in like a big zucchini slice. There's some frozen blueberries on there too. My blueberries were about to go bad, so I just tossed them in the bag and froze them as well. So we'll throw that in. And then I'm gonna make this one a chocolate smoothie. So let me just move that out of the way. But I thought some coffee would be good too. And I had some leftover coffee a while back and I just put it in a little ice cube tray and it makes these cute little like ice balls. So I'm gonna throw a few of those in to get a little coffee flavor. It's a good way just not to waste when you've got some extra coffee. And then the powders, I didn't put them in first like I just told you you should, but that's okay, it'll all mix. So this is a chocolate fruits and greens powder. So that's what's gonna make it the chocolate flavor. So just some added fruits and greens to help me get in enough vegetables for the day. This one is sweetened with monk fruit. It's got turmeric, kale, kelp. It's a super veggie like blend. This one's from a company called Nutridyne, which I think you can only get like from a practitioner. And then next I have something called the Miracle Worker. It's an ultra absorbable magnesium powder. This is from that new brand Gut Personal that I'm working for. Magnesium is super important. I'll write more about it down in the description. And then I'm gonna do some collagen. Collagen and protein is so important during pregnancy and really all the time. But I'm gonna put in a scoop of that. And then what I love about this Needed brand is that you can do your prenatal right in your smoothie. So if you're struggling to get in your prenatal every day just from like pill overload, then just throwing it right into a smoothie can be really helpful. So, and the scoop is really not that big. And this package lasts me a long time. So I'll just put a scoop of my prenatal in. So now I'm done with that for the day. And then the last two things I'll add are my liquids. So this is Nixia Red. If you know anything about Young Living, I just like to mix it up because it's a little bit on the bottom. This is their antioxidant drink. So I like to just add like an ounce or two of that. I never measure anything. I'm notorious for making really big smoothies and most of the time Brent and Brooks are here to help me with it, but they're not today. So hopefully this won't be too big. And then this is just so delicious, organic, unsweetened coconut milk. And that's it. So I'm gonna blend this up. To drink mine out of a mason jar, and then I actually earned these glass beauty counter straws from Beauty Counter, and I like to use those with my smoothies. So we'll just pour that in. Oh, I did good. That's not too much. That's perfect. I'm headed upstairs to work, so I will just sip on this as I work, and I will get in tons of nutrients. That is easy to absorb. I already had breakfast. I rarely have a smoothie as a meal. I like to have it as a snack because I really like to chew my food, but I do love having smoothies occasionally. And here's a little bump update. I am 24 and 4, so I'll be 25 on Thursday. Feeling good. Did yoga this morning. It felt really good to do that. My wrist is feeling a little bit stronger since I went to OT. So I hope y'all have a great Monday. Let me know if you have any questions about the ingredients or the brands that I used. I really vet my brands and I trust the ones that I use for things like prenatals and supplements. So I've done a lot of legwork when it comes to the research. So please let me know if you have any questions. I have discount codes for a few of them and I'll leave those down in the caption as well. See ya.